Good morning from London. Happy Friday. The sun is out, so the weekend is off to a fantastic start. Today I've challenged myself to visit some of the best / highly rated cafes / bakeries in London. I used AI to help me compile a list. So just a couple things. I plan to get one cappuccino and their best selling sweet treat. So we'll rate it and see which establishment I believe has the best cappuccino and my favorite sweet treat out of all. Let's go. I'm excited. Coming in at number 5, we've got Lisboa Patisserie, located near Westbourne Park. And first of all, this is such a lovely residential area and a place I've never been before. This pastel donata is actually insane. It is insane. 2 weeks ago, I went to Faro, Portugal, and I had the authentic pastel donata experience. And this is taking, oh, my back is about to blow in. And this is taking me back to Portugal. I love it. Oh my goodness. This has brought tears to my eyes. All I was told, this is called coconut. And basically, it is very similar to the pastel donata, but instead of having an egg tart filling, it has coconut. It's so good. It is so good. Reminds me a lot of home, because we've got a treat very similar called coconut cake, and it reminds me a lot of that. Wow. That's a lot of coconut, I'm not gonna lie. But I'm not mad at it. I love that. This is one of the cheapest cappuccinos I've ever had in London. This is under £3, by the way. A large cappuccino under £3. I've never had a cheaper cappuccino in London. Never. It's a little bit on the strong side, and it reminds me a lot of Portuguese coffee. So this is, the size of this for the price, large size being £2.95. Are you kidding me? This is one of the cheapest, if not the cheapest cappuccino I've had in London, which is actually insane. And this is number 5 on the list. I think we're off to a fantastic start. Got my bits from Fortitude Bakery, and this is rated number 4 on the list. There's been some buzz about Fortitude Bakery for a very long time. It recently went viral, I want to say late last year, and this is one of their treats they're known for. This is their beignet donut stuffed with cream, strawberry jam, and all the goodness you can think of. It's basically sugar, and we're gonna try it. I've seen so many people say that this is one of the best things they've tried, which, again, it's all subjective. Some people like things that you don't like. You like things that some people don't like. This came up to just over £10. So let's average each item around £5 each. Look at the size of this cappuccino. Look at the size of this cappuccino. This is a really good cappuccino. I'll probably have to give this an 8, because it literally ate. See what I did there? One thing I would say, first of all, they're very generous with the cream and jam they've stuffed it with. I find this donut quite dry. There's something about it. It's quite dry. However, the cream adds moisture back to it all. So I think this on its own, the donut on its own, probably would not be great. It has a lot of sugar as well on top. Surprisingly, although it has a lot of sugar literally on it and in it, it's not overly sweet, which I appreciate. I really don't like overly sweet treats, so this is quite palatable in terms of sugar. The texture, there is quite a lot going on. I find the dough quite dry. However, the cream and jam adds a bit of moisture back to everything. If you were to separate the items, it would not be great. However, together, they all go beautifully. I would probably give this a 6 out of 10. It's not bad, but it's not the most wowing thing in this world, if that's even a word. However, this cappuccino though, ciao. I'm finna have dreams about this. KMA Cafe and Petisserie in Fitzrovia, which is currently ranked third best on today's list. I have gone for this sweet treat, a beautiful bowl made out of pastry. Apparently it's their most popular sweet treat, so I opted for this. And also I got a cappuccino. Oh my goodness, that cappuccino is insane. This is insane. Wow. You get very chocolatey notes, which is beautiful for a cappuccino. There's so much going on, textures, the flavor. The pastry is of excellent quality, first of all. It reminds me a lot of a mixture between very good croissant and a donut in a very interesting way. I'll probably give this a 7 out of 10, only because it's a little bit on the sweeter side. I'm not a massive fan of overly sweet pastries. However, the cappuccino, I think I'll give this an 8. It's up there with one of the most delicious I've had. Let's talk interior and customer service. Customer service, fantastic. Everyone super attentive and very understanding, and they described the pastries to me. The interior, it's rather spacious. Got seating inside and outside. There is a toilet which is beautifully decorated, and it looks very, very posh, which I love. I am currently at Fortitude Cafe, which ranked second on the list of the best cafes slash bakeries in London. It's very popular, first of all, and it's in the middle of nowhere. The closest station is Farringdon, and it's very popular because there are a lot of people here. Like, there are a lot of people here. I'm sitting outside because inside I'll be overstimulated, and I just cannot for the life of me. Got the menu. This is what it looks like. One thing I noticed immediately, they do coffee tastings, they do cupping, which is something I've wanted to do for the longest while. And they do it here, and they have a variety of coffees to choose from. And I feel like once an establishment has a variety of coffees for you to choose from, you know they're serious about their coffee game. You know they're extremely serious. So I think this is something I would love to experience at some point in life, for sure. I think I'm gonna have brunch here because I'm feeling very hungry. So I just received all my food, and this came out in no time. Anyway, I got the best of everything. I got a cappuccino with their Colombian blend. They've got a variety of blends, which I love. This is their aubergine on toast with poached egg. Now this is a staff favorite, and also their vegan option or vegetarian option, I believe. And this is one of their most popular sweet treats, the banana bread. Apparently this sells out rapidly. Sourdough, beautiful. It tastes so fresh and it's quite soft, and there is a paste on it. I'm not sure what this paste is. Earthy, nutty taste. It's garnished with crispy onions and this purple stuff. I don't know what this purple stuff is, and some balsamic vinegar drizzled over the top. That is some good quality coffee. You can actually taste the notes in the coffee, which I love. There's some cappuccinos I've had in the past where it's been super milky, and whilst I do prefer a milkier cappuccino, it's really nice when you can taste the actual notes, and I can tell immediately this is a Colombian blend. You can tell by the rich fruity notes. And this is probably the best cappuccino I've had so far. This banana bread is not dry. I feel like a lot of banana breads I've had, they've been quite dry and quite doughy in a very weird way. But this is very light and fluffy, which I'm so happy about. Maybe because I opted for salted butter over it, so it's not dry at all, and it has a very rich banana flavor, which I love so much. This is really good. I am currently at Dury, which is rated, I hope I pronounced that correctly, Dury, which is currently rated the best cafe slash bakery in London. It's number one on the list. Number one on the list, and this spot is located in Covent Garden. It's in a part of Covent Garden I've never actually been before. This spot does much more than sweet treats. While they've got a vast selection of sweet treats to choose from, they also do brunch, which seems quite popular. There are a lot of people here having brunch, and as soon as I stepped in, I felt that homey, cozy vibe, and the food looks very appetizing. This is what the salted caramel pistachio brownie looks like. This reminds me a lot of what my grandmother had in her house growing up. I haven't seen a dish like this in such a long time. Wow. Just wow. I feel like all the cappuccinos I've been trying today have all been on the same level. They've all been really good. This one I'm trying to distinguish what notes it has, but it's quite difficult to tell because they've added a bit more milk than normal in this one, but I'm not mad at it. I'm not mad at a milky cappuccino. Definitely fruitier notes in the coffee for sure. I like that. I really like that. This is a little bit too sweet for me. Also, it's not as gooey as other brownies I've had. I love the innovation. I love the fact that they have sprinkled some crushed pistachios to the top. The texture of the brownie is quite grainy as opposed to gooey. So there is that. Not one of my favorites, but I can see why a lot of people would go for it. One thing I will say, I do love the ambience. I love that there are different textures and different themes throughout this establishment. I love that the chairs and tables are quite closely grouped to each other, so it feels like you and your neighbor are here together. Another thing I've noticed is that... Sorry?
Are you filming for YouTube?
Yeah, I am. Yeah, I am. Travel with Nige. Sounds
Organic
good.
food as well.
It's organic.
Organic
Okay.
eggs, yeah.
Organic. Oh, I didn't know that. Like, bye. Have a good day. Yeah. So, you know, this is a perfect example of what I was saying before. It feels like you and your neighbor are here together. Obviously, for some people, they may not like that. They may like their own privacy. But I think in a space like this, where it's brunch and coffee, it's very nice to be close to other people, especially if you're here by yourself as well. This lovely lady who was sitting next to me, she was here by herself and just striked up a conversation. So it's really great for that.